Shalom, friends and family. Shabbat Shalom and happy Pesach when it comes around. I hope you guys are preparing and getting yourselves ready for the Pesach and the feast of unleavened bread right now. Make sure you are removing any leavening agents that is within your home, doing your best to, adhere to the commandments of the Pesach. I hope everybody is really and truly paying attention to what is going on on this earth at this moment right now. I really and truly hope people are paying attention to what's going on right now. I've been having dreams upon dreams and visions upon visions right now, but that is not what here I am here that is not what I'm here to talk about right now. I'm here to talk about, continually giving you this message of saying, come out of her, my people, and be not partakers in her plagues and her destruction. This has always been the message that the Most High has given me and my wife to tell you people right now. And always, from the day I decided that this would be my main message, this has been the thing I've preached on the most. To out of her, my people. Come out of her. This is what the Most High has been telling me to always tell you people to come out of her, my people. Um, I want to start with first and foremost. Let me start with Jeremiah, and we're gonna start at verse 45, right? And we're gonna read, okay? My people, go ye out of the midst of her, and deliver ye every man his soul from the fierce anger of the Padawan. And lest your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. A rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that, in another year, shall come a rumor. And violence in the land, ruler against ruler. Therefore, behold, the days come that I will do judgment upon the graven images of Babylon, and her whole land shall be confounded, and all her slain shall fall in the midst of her. Then the heaven and the earth and all that is therein shall sing for Babylon, for the spoilers shall come unto her from the north. I want to pause right there. I want to pause right there, right? Because I think this is a very important passage that I want you people to see right now. Let's read it again. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 48. Then the heaven and the earth and all that is therein shall sing for Babylon, for the spoilers shall come unto her from the north, saith the other one. I want to show you something right now, right? I'm going to show you the of let's look at this one. Watch this. And let me see if I can make this image a little bit bigger. Okay, here we go. Here is Russia, right? Russia. Alaska is right here. And America was sold Alaska by Russia. You have Canada right here, right? And then I'm not done yet, I just want to show you this thing, right? America has been sold Alaska. They own Alaska, and a lot and Russia is right here as well, right? Watch this. Let's look at the world's map. Because I want people to pay attention. I want people to really and truly pay attention right now. Let me see which world map would be best to look at. The one that shows where Alaska is. All right, look. Let's look at this one right here, okay? So right now, this is Alaska right here in the orange. And then when you come all the way over onto your right side, you're going to see Russia right here. This is Canada. And then this is Canada is also known as the north side of America, North America as well. And this will obviously Alaska will also be known as North America, right? Let me say something. Let me say something. The reason why I read that passage is because I want people to really and truly understand that, even though the US think that this is like a long way across, if the world is really and truly round, all I would have to do is go from the east side of Russia, coming through Alaska, go through Canada. I don't even have to go through Canada neither. Just come through Alaska and just use the banking on the west side and coming through the west of America. We've been saying these things that, America's enemies are far away. They're not. They're not far away. It just seems as if they're far away. They aren't far away. If the world is round, if it's spherical in shape, as we've been taught, right? Just it's a hop, skip, and jump to basically get into the United States, and it's not going to be a hard thing. The next thing I want to say is this. The next thing I want to say this. I want to go back to the scripture verse I just spoke about, right? Jeremiah 5 verse 48. And then the heaven and earth and all that is therein shall sing for Babylon, for the spoiler shall come unto her from the north, saith the other one. Meaning, right? Meaning, common sense people, common sense. They're gonna come through here. Enemies of America, wherever their enemies are gonna come through here and come here. Now, where Canada lies within all of this, right? Where Canada lies within all of this, here's my question. With all this trade war going on, with all this, this banter back and forth with Canada, with Mexico, etc., will they see it? Will they see it fit to help the United States protect themselves when the United States has not been kind or gentle towards them? Will they just say, oh, US, we couldn't protect our borders and, they just flew right past us, they came through us and stuff like that? And let me tell you something, this is prophecy right here because prophecy is literally right now taking place. You understand what I'm saying? So all of America's enemies are going to come through the north. You understand? Maybe they're going to destroy Canada on a whole. Maybe they're going to be maybe Canada is going to help them, but that's where they're going to come through. They're going to come through Alaska and then come straight down to America. And that's my 2 cents on that topic. I can guarantee you that's what's going to happen. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the United States purchased Alaska from Russian Empire in 1867 for $7.2 million. 1867. That's about 4 years after the Emancipation Proclamation happened, meaning the slaves were freed. Right? Four years, and some slaves got released in 65. So whatever, right? A deal that ended Russia's presence in North America and is known as the Alaska Purchase. See, North America. Russian presence. So when we're all basically like acting as if America is like this super, super tough, hyper vigilant, super protective place, we forget about this. We forget that Russia is just right here, right? See, look at the map. Look at the map. Russia is just right here from Alaska itself. A hop, skip, and jump, right? That they can easily get through probably within half an hour. You understand that they can easily get through in half an hour and get onto the land of Canada or North America itself, blow through Canada, or if assisted by Canada, go right through Canada, right into United States of America. And I'm just saying, I'm just letting people know. Again, back to prophecy. I want to read this again, right? Jeremiah 51, verse 48. Then the heaven and the earth and all that is therein shall sing for Babylon, for the spoilers shall come unto her from the north, saith the other one. Meaning that Russia could come from the north, China could come from the north. All of America's enemies are going to be coming from the north. All of America's enemies are going to be coming from the north. And this is how America is going to be destroyed. This is how Babylon is going to be destroyed. You understand? As Babylon caused the slain of Yasharallah to fall, so at Babylon shall fall the slain of all the earth. Ye that have escaped the sword, go away, stand not still. Remember the other one afar off, and let Yasharallah come into your mind. Let Jerusalem come into your mind. We are confounded because we have heard reproach. Shame hath covered our faces, for strangers are come into the sanctuaries of the Lord's house. Wherefore, behold, the days come, saith the other one, that I will do judgment upon her graven images, and through all her land the wounded shall groan. Though Babylon should mount up to heaven, and though she should fortify the height of her strength, yet from me shall spoilers come unto her, saith the Lord. Other one. I sound of a cry cometh from Babylon, and great destruction from the land of the Chaldeans, because the other one hath spoiled Babylon and destroyed out of her the great voice, when her waves do roar like great waters, and noise of their voice is uttered. Because the spoiler is come unto her, even upon Babylon, and her mighty men are taken, every one of their bows is broken, for the other one Alahim of recompenses shall surely requite. And I will make drunk her princes and her wise men, her captains and her rulers, and her mighty men, and they shall sleep a perpetual sleep, and not wake, saith the king, whose name is the other one of hosts, Sabaoth. As I said before, Sabaoth means Lord of hosts. Thus saith the Sabaoth, the broad walls of Babylon shall be utterly broken, and her high gates shall be burned with fire, and the people shall labor in vain, and the folk in the fire, and they shall be weary. The word which Jeremiah the prophet commanded Seraiah the son of Neriah, the son of Messiah, when he went with Zedekiah the king of Yehudah into Babylon in the 4th year of his reign, and this Seraiah was a quiet prince. Anyway, we're going to stop right there for this. I'm going to move on to other verses, right? As again, one of the main thing I want to tell you, my people, is what the Most High keeps compelling me to tell you, which is come out of her, my people, right? Revelation 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Constantly has the Most High been telling you through me to come out of her, my people. You see what's going on with the whole trade war between the US and China right now. I don't know if a lot of people pays attention to this, but I'm going to explain it to you. I'm going to break it down right now. Do you know what comes after a trade war when things get really tough? War. Do you know what comes before war? Encampment of a people, internment camps of a people. Do you know what comes before that? Ill treatment of a people. Do you know what comes before that? Deportation of those people. So I'm telling you that when it starts to get bad in America in these coming in a couple of months, because it will take time to take effect, but it will come. It shall surely not tarry. All right. Let me even get that scripture verse for you right now. I'm gonna get that scripture verse for you right now. Let me close out these right now, and let me get that scripture verse for you right now. Right. Let me get that scripture verse for you right now. Habakkuk 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Sometimes we feel like, you know, all these prophecies, all these things, they're not going to come to pass. The Bible is a fiction story. The Most High is not acting. I know a lot of us, even me, I'm guilty of wanting the Most High to act. I'm very guilty of that. I'm not going to get up and lie to you people. I'm very guilty of wanting the Most High to do some stuff on this land, to take me off this land, to take me into this misery, to judge this land. I'm not sure if anybody else feels this way, but I feel this way. I feel weary. I feel sick and tired. I feel like I'm about to just lay down and just like pass. I just want to lay down and pass away. This is how I feel. I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired in this land. I'm tired of it. You know, understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying, people? Right? Wait for it because it will surely come. Though it tarry, wait for it because it will surely come. It will not tarry. People, I know and understand. Come on. Trust me. I feel this way a lot. I feel weary. I question myself a lot. I know many prophets on the corner. You men, you question yourselves a lot because you feel like the Most High is, you know, waiting until you pass away, or the Most High is not gonna act in your lifetime. But I don't think so. And some people say, "Oh, it's a testing of your patience." I don't want to hear none of that either, man. That's just like the most annoying thing people can tell me. Like, just shut up, man. Sometimes the best thing to do is shut up. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the best thing to do is just shut up and stop saying these Christian mindset type of conversations. God help those who help themselves. I'm gonna pray for you. Like, shut up, please. Just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. A lot of us are struggling. A lot of us can't make ends meet. A lot of us, are about to be homeless. A lot of us are just like on our last leg. Sometimes people don't want to hear you say nothing, man, because they're trying to hold on. But hearing foolishness makes people angry, makes people give up, and just makes people think it's a game. Sometimes we should just shut up. You know, right now, the US and China are going through a trade war. China raises duties on US goods to 125%, calls Trump tariff hikes a joke. When I saw that interview with a Chinese diplomat by the BBC, that blonde hair woman at BBC, and I didn't see the Chinese man disrespect the US not even once. Not even once. Even when he responded to what he said, like, you know what? Let's even go through that. Hmm. You know, I hate this, man. I really hate this. Two objects are the same. All right, let's go through this, right?
Does the power of the Chinese economy inside Britain
Oh,
not
sorry,
also
not this
bring
one.
with it?
Sorry, people, not this one. I apologize. Yeah, this guy right here.
China is fully prepared to fight to the very end because the world is big enough that the United States is not the totality of the market in the world. So, if the United States wants to go in that direction of completely shutting itself out of the China market, be my guest.
Yeah,
We're talking about China, who is the number one manufacturing agent worldwide. Nobody can manufacture the goods just like how China can manufacture the goods right now. You understand? Nobody can produce the goods at a volume and at a economic level that China has been able to mass produce its products at a economic level that everybody worldwide globally can afford a quality product. Even if our countries are able to produce stuff, no country in this world can 100% produce everything for its people. This is why we have imports and exports, but you have uneducated, ignorant, white, and even black people, some of them so-called self-made millionaires and stuff like that, running their goddamn mouths, and they don't know a shit about export and import and how beneficial it is to people holistically and globally, running their damn mouths about how good it is that the US is basically, having this tax on China and stuff like that. You people are about to lose so damn much and you don't know it. It's not the poor people that's gonna lose because the poor people already don't have it. It's you people that have everything and us who have nothing that is about to lose, and you're going to see it in the coming months if this continue. I can guarantee you that it will not continue. I can guarantee you that it is not going to continue. All right, so let's continue with this interview.
China will lose the US market, which, as I've said, is 15%.
We don't
15% of their market is the US. 15%. That's not a large number. That's not even a quarter of their market. That's not even a quarter of their market. That's 15% of their market. 15% of their market. I mean, I'd love to know who else is the rest of their market. But 15% is not a lot, and they can probably make it on the other 95%, and that's what the US is not getting. All right.
care. We don't care. China has been here for 5,000 years. Most of the time, there was no United States, and we survived.
Look at that. That's a hit at the United States without even taking a personal hit at the United States. And the man hasn't even disrespected the United States. The man never called them no names or nothing. You understand? But you're calling these people peasants. If I could have found the early part in the interview where he said, yes, we are peasants because most Chinese people were farmers. So what? I'm okay with being a peasant too. Care what these people say. Yes, I'm a freaking peasant. I don't care. You people won't even survive without peasants.
And if the United States wants to bully China, we will deal with the situation without the United States. And we expect to survive for another 5,000 years.
When you hear Donald Trump say China wants a deal, it just doesn't know how to go about it. They're proud people. J.D. Vance talks about Chinese peasants.
Oh, here
What
it
do you
is. He's
make
gonna
of
say it.
their conduct in this respect?
If J.D. Vance thinks that he's dealing with the peasants in China, and I'm proud to be a descendant of the peasants, most of us are descendants of the peasants anyway, that's our tradition. We are farmers before, but now we are one of the leading industrialized economies in the world.
Exactly. That is what I just said. I just said that China is the basically the number one industrialized mass producing economy right now. There's nobody that I think can really beat China. Listen, people, this is like, I don't know. This is like people literally biting off their nose to spite their own face, and basically people shooting themselves in the foot at this point in time. But you have stupid loyalists that really think that because of this whole flexing of the muscle thing, and that's what it is, because these people know what they're doing is dumb. This is literally just people flexing their muscles right now.
So I'm sorry, JD Vance doesn't know what he's talking about. And therefore, I don't think there will be China US dialogue unless the United States changes its attitude towards China. Deal with China as it is, show respect to China, show respect to the Chinese people, and don't try to impose your prejudice and biased view about China or about the rest of the world. China is
Well, you're from the horse's mouth right now. So again, I'm gonna tell you this: what happens after, when you have tariffs, trade wars, things like that. These are soft ways of countries basically telling themselves that we are going to eventually go to war. That's number one. Number two, when things start to get bad in America, Chinese people are going to, Asian people on a whole, they won't care if you're Japanese, Korean, or Chinese. They're just going to see you as Asian and start to treat you very poorly. Deportations are going to start happening. They're going to start calling you names, just as how they called the Japanese names during World War II. The Japanese that lived in America, the American Japanese, they're going to start calling you all names again. They're going to start mocking you, talking about how all you people do is eat cats and dogs and whatever it is again. They're going to talk about how you people are just sick people, etc., etc., etc. They're going to do all of that stuff once again. It's going to go back to that again. Then, when it gets to that point, no, it's going to be internment camps, because they're going to say that there's a lot of spies in the United States that are Asian and stuff like that. So it's not going to be just China. It's going to be South Koreans and Japanese people too as well. So those of you who are Asian and live in America and love this whole attitude and stuff like that, just be prepared for that to happen, right? Be prepared for that to happen. You understand? And I also I had made a video on TikTok, and I want to talk about it right now, where Donald Trump is now talking about he wants to pass a law that allows him to deport US citizens to the El Salvador prison. US citizens, the El Salvador prison. So that literally means that what he's going to use is the Alien Act that he's been talking about, and basically he's gonna consider anybody who speaks ill against the government, speaks ill against him. They're going to be locked up. It don't matter which color you are. He's gonna lock up anybody that doesn't agree with him, and basically deport them to the El Salvador prison, which means nobody's. And I spoke about this several times. Spoke about this several times. But you have people on the internet cheering that they're deporting, whoever and whatever it is, because they're immigrants and stuff like that. And, saying that, oh, there's nowhere to deport us to and whatever it is, and going on as if you can handle whatever it is that they're going to start bringing out. Oh, we've been through this before. No, our ancestors have been through. We haven't really and truly been through anything. We really and truly have not really and truly been through anything. You understand? And now he wants to deport US citizens. First and foremost, we all know that what he means is that he's gonna really deport black people. That's who he wants to do it to. You understand? And we know why. But that's a topic for another time. I wanted to also, this message is gonna be for last, the Ezekiel message right now. So right now I am going to put this at the end. I'm gonna close this out, and move on to my next topic, right? I'm gonna go to Joel chapter 2, verse 28. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions. And same thing in Acts 2:17. And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith Adonai Yahweh, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. People, I have been talking about the airplane crashes, the helicopter crashes for a very long time on my TikTok. I've made videos also on YouTube talking about the airplane crashes and the helicopter crashes. And I told you people that this is only going to continue to increase in intensity and in frequency. It is only going to continue to get worse. It is not going to slow down. I kept telling you people, when you have a period of rest, it's just a period of rest before the next pain comes on. Anytime you have a period of silence, of peace, of quiet, it's just a period for you to prepare for what's coming next. A lot of our people are not listening. We're falling back to old ways. Yeah, people on the internet, basically falling away from the faith, running their mouths about faith, and yet still they can never fix their mouth to talk about a certain set of people who are evil. And I want to talk about that at the end of the message, because I'm going to send out a message to my Hebrew brothers and sisters, the ones who are on the corners every day, putting their mouths out there. And it's not a message of discouragement. It's a bold message of hope, of courage, of love, and of joy. And that's going to be the final message of the day, right? So look at what's happening right now, people. I talk about plane crashes all the time. I told you people, the minute I had that dream and I told you people about it, it happened. It started happening. Okay. This is a plane crash in Florida, right?
Holy sh! Oh my god.
Now this is a video from seeing it from like when it was coming in, right? Look at that.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Look at that, people. Look at that. Let me go to my page right now. Let me go to my page right now. I'm going to go to my profile and let's see if we can find the video. Here we go. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, friends and family, good morning, good morning, good morning. In the dream I just had again, right? I'm going to explain the dream again. I just got it's always the same recurring dream. It may be like in different instances, but I believe that the warning about the impending doom is imminent. It is imminent. So, in the dream, my wife and I were basically somewhere at a hopeless, right? He's a white guy. He just looked, he was like, to come towards us. And what I told you this was going to happen. I told you this was like foggy. The area was foggy, so we couldn't even see properly. another plane started to come towards us, and we just ran into the house, and the plane. These things are going to continue to become more frequent. These things are going to. I'm literally telling you this. You're going to see more of them just dropping out of the sky. That you'll probably see like 3, 4, 5 planes dropping out of the sky immediately, right in your backyard. Right in your backyard, and just know that we would be at the times. This is why, in Acts 2 and Joel 2, it says, and it shall come to pass in the last days, in the last days, in the last days. Right? Let me even do this for you so you understand me. In the last days, saith the Alahayim, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. We're seeing visions of what's going on right now. We're dreaming dreams right now. We're seeing all of this. This is actually prophecy jumping off the friggin' page and into real life right now. It's happening before our very freaking eyes right now. Okay? Let me move on from this. This is the last message again. So this is gonna be like right here. So we're not gonna be reading that right now. So I want to go back to when I was talking. Oh, sorry. Yeah, let me go to the helicopter. Look
My God. Oh my gosh.
at that.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that. You have a helicopter basically, and if you're not up to speed, there was a helicopter crash in the Hudson River. In mid-air, the helicopter basically comes apart. Right? In mid-air, the helicopter comes apart. Mid-air. Drops out. These things are literally dropping out of the freaking sky. These aircrafts are literally freaking dropping out of the sky. But you people will not hear the warning of the scriptures. Again, let me go back again. And it shall come to pass in the last days, in the last days, in the last days, saith the Alahayim, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. You think these dreams are happening just by chance? You think these visions are happening just by chance? You think these prophecies are happening just by chance? This is basically the Most High pouring out his spirit on his people, warning his own people, and warning those who are harming his people to repent, because their time is coming. Right? Watch this. Look at this helicopter again. Look at it again. As a matter of fact, let's get another. Let's search. Right? Let's get another look at this. Because some people had the thing from when it before it even crashed. Look at that. 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 thing just comes apart mid-air. Mid-air, the thing just comes apart. Can you imagine that? Right? Again, people, these are our warnings. These are our warnings that we should be preparing to come out of our my people. Spiritually, get yourself ready physically, mentally as well. Um, sorry. Revelation 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. I'm not tired of warning my people. Every single week, it's going to be the main message of when I preach or say anything or when we have Bible studies. Most Bible studies that we're doing is going to be, the main subject is going to be come out of her, my people. Come out of Babylon spiritually, people. Come out of her physically. How we can come out of her physically is not just about leaving the land. The time will come when we have to leave the land. No, it's not that time. But mentally, you have to start coming out of her. You understand? You have to start come out of her mentally. Physically, stop using her system. Stop being dependent upon the system of Babylon. What do I mean by that, right? I mean, basically, try to do more self-sufficient things, like try to grow a garden, try to raise chickens, try to do things that is a little bit more self-sufficient, try to make your own electricity. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I have a survival book that I can show you guys that I bought off of TikTok. TikTok is about to go down too. But I'm just saying this, people. Come out of her, my people. The warning has been said too many times. Have you been told to come out of her, my people? Some of us are hard of hearing. We're stiff-necked people. We're not listening. You understand? And that's why now I'm coming to the last part of the message. I want to come to the last part of the message. This is the message to the men that are on the corner, because I want you guys to understand the importance of the work that you're doing. You understand? Let me start with Ezekiel chapter 2. Right? I just read this morning. And he said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. And the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me, and set me upon my feet. And I heard him that spake unto me. And he said unto me, Son of man, sorry, I send thee to the children of Yasharallah, to a rebellious nation that hath rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Adawan Alahayim. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there hath been a prophet among them. So when you men are out there on the corners, whether these people are hearing or don't hear, you're doing what the Most High basically told you to do. When we're here on the internet and we're basically pushing the message about coming out of this sick, disgusting, mentally ill system, we're doing what we are commanded to do. Whether people hear the message and don't listen to it, or them hear the message and take heed to the message. And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words, though briars and thorns be with thee, and though dost dwell among scorpions, be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. And thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious. All right. So it's basically telling us that we're getting weary. I have to be honest that I am weary. I don't know about others, but I'm very weary of speaking, to these rebellious people that won't hear. You understand? Stiff-necked people. But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. And when I looked, behold, an hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without. And there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe. So people, men in the corner, if it wasn't for you guys starting the message of waking our people up, of helping our people to realize that we are actually the chosen people of the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. If it wasn't for you men, if the Most High did not put the spirit of the rock in you guys, then our people would continue to be lost until the time the Most High decided to wake us up. So you know what? We thank you people for basically being out there and putting your lives on the line, because many times I'm sure back in the day a lot of you got locked up, a lot of you got beaten up, a lot of you got put on trees and hung out to dry like clothing, but you still went out there and you gave the message. And many of our brothers out there are in unsafe environments because you have the so-called YNs out there doing their thing to these people as well. You have the loudmouth, cantankerous woman out there. Christian woman, black Christian woman indoctrinated and brainwashed by white men out there, running their mouths when they should be learning in silence and shutting up. Stiff-necked people don't want to hear the truth. Right? And then now my last message is for those who seem to have left and denounced being who they were born as. This is my message to you. I want you to understand this. This is 1 John 2 verse 19. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us. But they went out that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us. So basically, let me help you understand something. A lot of people are talking about, Ringo TV and many people who basically talk about how they're no longer a Hebrew Israelite because it's a cult, it's this, it's that, it's blah, 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 running their mouth. Just remember this verse. They're not of us. They don't belong to us. They don't belong to us. Because if they had been with us, they would have continued with us. But they went out so that they could be seen, so that it could be revealed that they're not amongst us, that they are not, of the people that's going to enter into the land. That's what it means. Anyway, people, I hope this message was helpful. I hope you guys like the message. Be blessed. Shabbat Shalom and enjoy your Pesach. Hebrew Jamaican Holy Peace. I am out.